Monday, week 2, April 1998. The second show after what's called WrestleMania. Last week we had 4 debuts of the new characters: Chris Candido, Mr. Perfect, Batista. Gangrel was introduced but not shown. And I'm missing one. Who am I? Chava. So, uh, since it was 2 hours, and also Raw is now 2 hours long instead of one. So this week we see much of the same from last week, pushing forward to new characters, pushing forward storylines. Vince McMahon is going to reveal his new contender for Stone Cold's title tonight, and it's going to be a surprising one, kind of, but not really. It's not going to be who you would think would face Stone Cold, his first pay-per-view defense, and it's not Mankind, so it's going to be different than what actually happened. So let's kick it off. Here's everything that happened. You could pause it right now and read it if you want, but nothing extraordinary happened that I won't cover. We'll give it. So after last week of Stone Cold stunning Vince again, Vince says, "You know what, Stone Cold, I'm tired of you, so I'm putting you in a match versus the toughest son of a bitches in his locker room, APA handicap match." After that, we get Val Venus versus Goldust. Goldust defeats Val Venus after Val Venus was disqualified when Brian Pillman ran in and attacked. So Goldust is back and forth with Val. Brian Pillman just runs in and beats the shit out of Goldust. Brian Pillman last week became arrogant, over the top, egomaniac, lost to Goldust in the upset after being on a hot streak against Ultimate Warrior. So he takes his frustrations out in Goldust, even after a match, still beats him down. Here we have Kane squashing, but not really, but squashing Billy Kidman. It's just to remind the Raw fans of how devastating Kane really is. Here, Mara and Barton, which I'm changing their names to the Marvelous Ones, because Mark Mara at the time was Marvelous Mark Mara, but since he's in tag team, why not? It's a good name. The Marvelous Ones. It's heelish, if you see there. So they go and take Too Cool in a match. They defeat them, picking up their first win as tag team champs, but not defense. After the match, Too Cool is attacked by the Nation Domination, minus R-Truth, just because he isn't too over and it really would hurt the rating of it. But let's pretend. Now, The Rock really hasn't been appearing with the Nation a lot, but he doesn't need to, as he's a leader, and they're in a feud right now, and they're still his lackeys in a sense. But he doesn't need to be there. We can pretend when The Rock cuts a promo, they're escorting him. After that, we see Paul Bearer talking to Undertaker, we don't know about what, and so forth. Following that, Owen Hart cuts a promo on Triple H, just saying, "I'm sick of you, you need people to back you up, I'm my own man, no one can touch me," blah blah. We see Owen get more and more cocky here, more and more arrogant, more and more sick of Triple H and DX. He takes on Batista, carries Batista to a pretty good match, and he wins by DQ, and Triple H ran in and attacked Owen. And then after the match, we have DX beating him down, and Road Dogg comes in. You think he's going to make the save, because last time we seen him was Billy Gunn's Memorial Show, where he kind of turned face, but kind of not really. And he ends up beating down Owen Hart, thus, aligning with DX, minus Batista is not an angle. Once again, his popularity is low, so let's not hurt the angle, put him in there. Following here, Undertaker calls out Kane, challenging the match. Kane doesn't respond. Remember, Paul Bear's not with Kane. Kane doesn't talk. So this is just a way to further it without having them face to face every week. Here, Stone Cold cuts a promo on Vince McMahon, saying, "You know what, Vince, you can throw everything you have against me, but I'm the WWF champ. I'm not going anywhere," and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. Basic promo. Following that, Chris Candido, thank God, defeats Al Snow. I need to change one bombshell. I don't even know what that is. He switches to the Trueborn gimmick, which is he's a leader, the next generation. He's the next big thing type deal. And I was going to go with Cocky Youth, as a gimmick, but that's very similar to DX and what they're doing. So you need to have it be different. After the match, Al Snow is covered in blood again, and then we get Candido and Hennig talking themselves up. Mankind here cuts promo on Ahmed Johnson Rock. They have a number one contendership match next. Mankind says, "You know what, Ahmed Johnson? I don't know you. Don't really care. I'm gonna beat you because I want the Intercontinental title." You know, this is similar to the feud in '98 with Shamrock, Mankind, and The Rock. This wasn't intentional. It's just the way it came. Like Ahmed Johnson, what happened after he beats WrestleMania? Okay, maybe he goes to The Rock while Mankind's with The Rock. So everyone together. Mankind versus Ahmed Johnson ends in DQ when The Rock runs in and attacks them both. We can imagine that, The Rock's lackeys in there and stuff, but we'll just imagine like Mark Henry's there, Dila's there, Kama's there. They get overpowered or whatever, and then Ahmed Johnson and Mankind end up beating up The Rock, getting some comeuppance on him. Following that, we get APA cutting a promo on Austin saying, "You know what? This isn't personal. We're just doing what the boss wants. We're still gonna kick your ass because that's what we do. We're badasses, blah blah blah." And then they face Stone Cold. Pretty good handicap match. I mean, during the match, we had Chavito run in and attack Bradshaw and Farouk while ref was distracted. Maybe ref was done. And Eddie Guerrero came out, help his brother out, and they inadvertently helped Stone Cold, and Stone Cold picks up the win here. After the match, though, boom, Sid comes out, hits Stone Cold with the powerbomb. Stone Cold's left lane. Vince's music hits. He comes out and raises like Sid's arm, hands him the title or whatever. You know what I mean? And they stand over Stone Cold to end Raw. Because Vince is your top heel, so you just align him with anybody. Like he can align with Val Venus and it'd be a reasonable story. No offense to Val. 80 to 84, typical. It's fine. It is 28-19. I'm beating WCW 28, WCW 19. I should have. I'm gonna pause. Nope. Okay, well, first things first. Dallas Page and Ultimo Dragon. Okay, The Rock is expanding where he goes. You know what? I'm gonna extend his contract. I'm gonna go to database and extend it. Alright, let's look at WCW first. They beat me with the 84 rating. No big shocker there. Sting vs. Vader is gonna be a great match every time. But yeah, let's follow some little bit of a thing. Have Chris Benoit. Let's see, 365. We'll put him at 430. Yeah, because I want to bring him in 2000. If I bring him now, I won't have to rewrite everything, which wouldn't be hard to book Chris Benoit, but he could be brought in and be fresh. And and let's be real, he probably wasn't going to sign with Bischoff and stuff back anyway. So that's gonna be a first episode. As you see, I got to re-sign The Rock. Pay a lot of money, and then I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.